Welcome back to MilduraWeekly.com.au. This is Talk of the Town, and joining me in the studio today is new Lower Murray Water Managing Director Anthony Couroupis. Anthony, thank you so much for coming in.
It's a pleasure, Vinny.
Now, firstly, congratulations on the appointment. Obviously a big organisation, Lower Murray Water. I believe you've officially started the role on July 1. How's the first few weeks been?
Yeah, thanks, Vinny. It's been terrific. Really enjoying it. Been out and about, meeting staff, visiting various sites. I've been all over the region and visited water and wastewater treatment plants, Murrabit, Mildura, Coolong, and others, so it's been really good.
Fantastic. Can you just detail for our viewers, I guess, some of the short and potentially long-term goals that you have in this role?
Yeah, certainly continuing to embed the customer at the centre focus of the business is vital. Delivering water to our customers in a condition that they want it. For potable water, it's high quality water. For irrigation water, it's as they need. Reducing our costs, continuing to focus on efficiencies and productivity, and delivering our capital expenditure program for the next 5 years. We've got over $100 million to spend, so that's a big challenge for us.
Absolutely is. Speaking of challenges, you've mentioned a few there. What do you think is the most pressing challenge facing Lower Murray Water as an organisation?
I think the most obvious is water availability. We're coming into a dry season. Seasonal determination's currently at 6%, so that poses some obvious challenges for our rural customers. On the urban side of the business, we're well positioned for this year. We need to be mindful of how the season unfolds. If we head towards more dry conditions or more wet conditions, then we need to adjust accordingly. So challenging times ahead, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, and you've brought up the irrigation side of things with a 6% start, and looking if conditions continue to be as dry as they are, at maybe around about 60% by Feb. Any advice for those irrigators that are facing a relatively dry season and the unknown of water availability?
Absolutely, we'd encourage our customers, our rural customers, to consider their needs for the season and what those various scenarios might bring them. There are a range of allocations that are forecast. So under each of those circumstances, our rural customers should consider those scenarios and then plan early. Get some advice, accountants, agronomists. There's opportunities on farm. There's opportunities and challenges around those various scenarios. So get some advice early and put in place a plan and deliver it.
Absolutely. Are you able to tell our viewers a little bit about your own background and I guess where you've been, where you've come from, and what's led you to this role?
Yeah, very much so. Mildura boy, born and bred, educated in Mildura. I've worked here prior to some time away. I've now got almost 30 years, it's a bit scary actually getting old, almost 30 years experience in natural resource and water management, primarily in irrigation and a lot in this region as well. So I think I've got some insights to bring to the business and some real opportunities for change.
As you said, you're a Mildura boy born and raised. Do you feel that local knowledge, I guess, of the area in general is going to be a big advantage in this role? Absolutely. I know the area, I know a lot of our customers and stakeholders. I know that environment. I think the challenge is that brings insights to the challenges and opportunities, but still we've got to identify what we're going to do in response to that. So the local knowledge is a good start, but there's still a big challenge there. Absolutely. Lower Murray Water has a number of really exciting projects on the go. I mean, the first one that springs to everyone's mind is probably the SMP2, the expansion of the original St Roger modernisation project. Is there any particular project that's going on that excites you? Is that one, or is there something else that I guess has got you up and about?
Absolutely. There's a couple, Vinny. There's SMP2 bringing on new customers to the back of Merbeen and Redcliffe's irrigation district, so that's terrific. There's the central rising main underway at the moment, replacing an asset at the end of its useful life that delivers water to over 2,000 customers in the Mildura irrigation district. And on the urban side, we've got a 5-year program to install UV installations to ensure we continue to meet our water quality requirements in the urban environment, and we've got significant challenges with wet wipes as well that continuing to clog up our sewage system. So getting on top of that is a challenge for us as well.
And as you said, going forward, if we don't get a nice big rainfall sooner rather than later, we might be back on some water restrictions potentially down this, well, especially in town.
We're mindful of that. We're on top of our water availability at the moment, and we'll continue to talk to our customers, but always encouraging water conservation and good practices around the house.
Fantastic. Anthony, thank you again so much for joining me in the studio, and we wish you all the best in the new role going forward.
Thanks, Vinny. It's been a pleasure.
Be sure to tune back into milduraweekly.com.au for more videos.